Find the equations of the line L to the point 4, 2 so that the area of the triangle formed by L in the positive x and y axis is 25 square units. Okay, the first part of this question is fairly straightforward. We're asked to find the equation of the line, and the line contains the point 4, 2. So if we sub 4, 2 into the equation of the line formula, we get y minus 2 is equal to m into x minus 4. So now the only thing we have to find is the slope m, and the problem is solved. Although there's a bit of work to do to find this slope m, or the possible slopes. We know that there's two of them perhaps. So let's draw a sketch of it. So it looks something like this. There's a line going through the point 4, 2. It's creating a triangle with the x and the y axis. The area of the triangle is 25 units squared. I'm going to call h and b for the height and base of this. So I'm going to say that it crosses the y-axis at 0h and the x-axis at b0. Now we know the area of a triangle is half base by perpendicular height. So in this case, we know that's equal to 25, so the base by height is equal to 50. Okay, that's the first equation. Now, we're going to create two more equations. One by subbing in the point 0h into the equation of the line, because 0h is on L. So we put 0 in for x and h in for y, and we end up with the formula that m is equal to h minus 2, all divided by negative 4. So then we sub in b0 into the equation, because that's also on it. And we end up with something similar. This time we have m is equal to negative 2 divided by b minus 4. So now we have three equations. We have three variables, m, h, and b, and three equations. So we should be able to use algebra to solve that to find out what m is. So I'm going to firstly use equation 2 and 3. Since m is equal to h minus 2 divided by negative 4, and m is also equal to negative 2 divided by b minus 4, the two of those must be equal. So we create this equation. Now we multiply across by our denominators, and we end up with a more straightforward equation that hb minus 4h minus 2b plus 8 is equal to 8. Now from my first equation, I have bh is equal to 50. So if that's true, b must be 50 divided by h. So I can write out this equation here in h's and b's just using h's. So hb is 50, 4h is 4h, and 2b is 2 times 50 over h. Now I have a negative 8, an 8 and an 8 on both sides. Taking 8 from both sides, I end up with equals 0. So what I might do is multiply everything by negative h. So I'm getting 4 to the h squared, negative 50h plus 100 is equal to 0. Divide across by 2, and I end up with this. And solving this, I can see that my factors are 2h minus 5 and h minus 10, giving two solutions. So h is equal to either 5 over 2, 2.5, or h is equal to 10. Now we're very close to the answer. We want to know what m is. That's really what the problem is. So I'm going to sub these two values into our equation 2, because m is h minus 2 divided by negative 4. So if I sub in 5 over 2 into this equation, I could stick it into the calculator, I get negative 1/8. And if I stick in 10 into the equation, I get negative 2. So we have two answers for m. So the last thing to do then is just put these two answers back into our equation of the line. So the equation of the line that we have with the point 2, 4 is y minus 2 is equal to m into x minus 4. So if the slope is negative 1/8, it looks like this. Multiply across by 8, add x and take 4 from both sides, and we have the equation. If the slope is negative 2, expanding the right hand side, add 2x and take 8 from both sides. So we end up with two different equations that work. One is x plus 8y minus 20 equals 0, and the other is 2x plus y minus 10.